Hi, I'm James Ezimoha. Welcome to Africa News, where we bring you the latest updates from across the African continent. Let's dive in. Spanish national Gilbert Navarro regains freedom after being kidnapped in northern Africa. Princess Anne kicks off two-day charity visit to Cape Town. United Nations resident coordinator in Egypt oversees delivery of aid to Gaza. The United Nations resident coordinator in Egypt, Elena Panova, visited Egypt's Rafah border crossing on Monday to oversee the delivery of much-needed aid to Gaza. This comes after the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, which includes the release of hostages as well as aid delivery into Gaza.
The ceasefire in Gaza, which took effect on January 19th, has led to a significant increase in humanitarian aid flowing into the region. Over 600 trucks of essential supplies, including food, water and fuel, are expected to cross into Gaza every day during the 6-week ceasefire. United Nations officials say they are monitoring the process, ensuring that the agreed amount of aid reaches the Palestinian enclave despite ongoing challenges.
What we saw on the ground is preparedness and the Egypt, on the Egyptian side, the Egyptian corridor, from what I saw, the number of trucks available, number of trucks that are ready already, to go to Nitzana and Kerem Shalom. We have, full readiness to deliver up to what has been agreed in the ceasefire deal. We have a capacity and readiness to deliver more. In order to ensure that with all the obstacles, we reached a number of 300 trucks. And I'm pleased that the first day of the deal yesterday, we actually delivered what was expected. Going forward, the readiness is here. We have a healthy pipeline of humanitarian aid.
Humanitarian aid entering Gaza via Egypt is sourced from both locals and international suppliers, according to reports. The supplies arrive through Egypt's seaports and airports before being transported to Al Arish, where they undergo screening and inspections at the ERCS logistical hub before the aid is sent into Gaza.
Citizens from Somalia, Libya and Tunisia have come together to celebrate the recent ceasefire in Gaza. From streets filled with chanting crowds to heartfelt prayers, people across the continent have expressed their solidarity with Palestinians, marking the ceasefire as a victory for peace.
In Somalia, Libya and Tunisia, celebrations erupted as news of the Gaza ceasefire spread. People took to the streets, gathered in public places, and offered prayers in solidarity with Palestinians. In Mogadishu, Somalia, after prayers, residents gathered to express their support for Gaza.
Today we are supporting Palestinian people to get full peace in their land. We, Somali people, we pray to Allah that the Palestine people get freedom and peace. As you see, Allah answers our prayers and will continue our prayers, and Palestinian people will get full freedom. Allah is great. Free Palestine.
In Libya, celebrations in Misrata highlighted the joy and hope felt by citizens, who viewed the ceasefire as an honorable victory.
This is an honorable victory. This is a great day, and certainly what pleases the people of Gaza pleases every Muslim. Muslims do not let each other down. We hope we did not let them down. This is the least we can do. The presence of people here, the presence of young men and children, all chanting for Gaza. It has been painful, and we have honestly reached stages where it's impossible to help. But we help Gaza with whatever we can, with money, prayers, and other means possible.
In Tunis, crowds gathered to celebrate, with a particular focus on the hope for the release of Palestinian prisoners.
Of course, I received this news with complete joy, and we came down to the capital to celebrate the announcement of the ceasefire, God willing. May there be a release of the prisoners, especially my brother, Ala Alayan, Lord, and may all prisoners return safely to their families, God willing.
Following the ceasefire agreement, the Rafah crossing in southern Egypt has become a critical lifeline for Gaza, facilitating the delivery of much-needed supplies such as food, water, and fuel. With over 600 truckloads of aid, including 50 trucks of fuel, expected to cross into Gaza daily, this vital corridor is playing a key role in alleviating the humanitarian crisis and supporting the region's path toward recovery.
A Spanish man, Gilbert Navarro, who was kidnapped in Algeria on January 17th, has been released by Tuareg Rebel Alliance in northern Mali. The release was confirmed by the rebel group's spokespeople on Monday. Gilbert Navarro was freed by the Azawad Liberation Front (FLA) after being kidnapped in Algeria by an Islamist group earlier this month, according to reports. Spain's foreign ministry had confirmed the kidnapping but provided few details on the circumstances. According to FLA spokespersons, Navarro was in good health and would be handed over to Algerian authorities after spending the night in the protection of FLA forces. The situation comes amid ongoing tensions between Spain, Morocco, and Algeria after the disputed region of Western Sahara. Liberia has laid to rest former warlord turned senator Prince Johnson on Saturday in a ceremony attended by family officials and hundreds of mourners. Despite his controversial past, Johnson's influence on the country's history was acknowledged.
The funeral of Prince Johnson took place in Liberia's northern city of Ganta, where Johnson's coffin was lowered inside a house. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai, along with other dignitaries, attended the service, acknowledging Johnson's impact on Liberia's history. As a key figure in Liberia's civil wars, Johnson's legacy remains divisive, with some praising his latter contributions as a senator, while others remember his violent actions during the war.
Though opinions may differ on his legacy, what can all of us agree on is that he played a significant part in Liberia's journey, shaping our past, influencing our present, and leaving a mark on our future.
So there are too many things that I think we should remember the senator for. And I believe that as he goes to rest, we should go by and think and remember that this man was a blessing to Liberia in many ways.
Johnson, who died at the age of 72, served nearly 2 decades as a senator, gaining supporters who spoke of his influence in shaping Liberia's post-war governance.
Representatives coming right after that, the Nimba youth, and then
Princess Anne arrived in Cape Town on Tuesday for a 2-day visit. The Princess Royal met with children at the South African Riding for the Disabled Association. The 74-year-old also unveiled a memorial as part of her visit to South Africa.
Princess Anne's visit to Cape Town includes a packed schedule of engagements with various local organizers. Among her spots is the South African Riding for the Disabled Association, where she interacted with disabled children and their families, highlighting the importance of therapy and support for those with disabilities. Additionally, the Princess will attend events at the Desmond and Lee Tutu Legacy Foundation, the Royal Cape Yacht Club, and more, continuing her work with charitable initiatives and promoting community well-being. The association says Princess Anne's presence serves as an important opportunity to raise awareness for the association's mission and generate funds.
The significance of the Princess visiting us is that this is to raise fantastic awareness, and also because we offer the therapy for free, it's on us to raise the funds.
Princess Anne also honored the memory of Black South Africans who lost their lives during World War I by unveiling a memorial site in Cape Town. The memorial, dedicated to the Cape Town Labour Corps, commemorates the significant contribution of black soldiers during the war.
This memorial ceremony is far more significant than the celebration of a project completed and a task well done. It is the first in a series of memorials that the Commonwealth War Graves Commission is committed to delivering that will right historical wrongs in commemoration of the war dead after the First World War.
As part of a 2-day visit to South Africa, Princess Anne marked this important occasion in her capacity as president of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission.
At the annual Voodoo Festival in Ouidah, Benin, thousands gathered to celebrate and connect with the ancient spiritual traditions of the Voodoo community. The festival brought together both local worshippers and international visitors. Take a look.
The Voodoo Festival in Ouidah, Benin attracts both locals and tourists every January to witness the deep-rooted cultural and spiritual practices of the Voodoo faith. This year, participants watched dancers enter a trance-like state and performed rituals paying tribute to the deities that shaped their world. According to tourists, the festival is an eye-opening experience to learn about voodoo and reconnect with ancestral spirituality.
Voodoo goes beyond stigmatization, and the fact that I took the time to discover, explore, and remove certain veils of fear or illusion. For me, voodoo is communion with the world around us, with all beings. Voodoo is love, it's nature, and it's simply the spirituality of my ancestors.
Local practitioners added that they are working to dispel negative stereotypes by showcasing its spiritual and healing aspects.
I do not go to church. I have faith in my divinity and find happiness through it. If a child has a fever and is sprinkled with sacred water, they recover. Voodoo is as sweet as sugar for anyone who practices it with faith. It is not witchcraft meant to harm others. One simply needs faith to receive blessings.
Voodoo, which also made its way to the Americas through the transatlantic slave trade, was officially recognized as a national holiday in Benin in 1992. Each year, the festival attracts practitioners from neighboring nations like Togo, Ghana, and Nigeria, as well as from distant regions such as Haiti, Brazil, and the United States.
That's all we have today on African News. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to A News.